His daughter believed he was selfish, the reason her mother left. But when the outbreak erupts right in front of them, this father will break every rule, cross every line, and risk his life again and again, just to hear her call him Dad with love one last time. Let's start the story, but if you still haven't subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe right now. Like the video and leave a comment to share your thoughts. It really motivates me a lot. Now, without wasting any more time, let's start the story. The story begins on a deserted road in the morning, where a truck is driving through the quiet, empty landscape. A short distance ahead, a group of people stop the truck and start spraying some kind of antiseptic all over it. The irritated truck driver angrily asks why they stopped him and what they are doing. One of the men replies that a dangerous infection has spread ahead and they are spraying vehicles as a precaution. He signals the driver to move on. A little further down the road, the driver's phone rings. He glances at the screen, momentarily taking his focus off the road. At that exact moment, the truck crashes violently into something. Startled, he slams the brakes and gets out. He discovers that some animal had come under the truck. Without giving it much attention, he gets back inside and drives away. But moments later, the animal gets up again, its eyes glowing with a strange, unnatural look. The scene shifts. A man named Suk-woo is in his office talking on the phone when he reads a disturbing news article online about a spreading outbreak. His expression fills with worry. Later in the parking lot, Suk-woo speaks to his wife on the phone. Suk-woo and his wife are already separated, and she is telling him to bring their daughter to meet her. Suk-woo replies that he does not have time right now and angrily hangs up the call. At home, Suk-woo goes into his daughter's room and sees her under a blanket talking to her mother on the phone. She tells him that she wants to go to her mom. Suk-woo gently explains that he does not have time right now, but they will go next week. Afterward, his mother advises him to take the girl to her mom immediately. He finally agrees and leaves with his daughter. While driving, Suk-woo is talking to his daughter when suddenly multiple fire brigades, ambulances, and emergency vehicles rush past them, signaling that something terrible is happening. After some time, Suk-woo and his daughter board a train. Outside, the security guard is checking to ensure all passengers are seated. Suddenly, a woman runs from behind and jumps onto the train. The guard does not notice this and signals to the manager that everything is clear. The train departs. Suk-woo's daughter looks out the window and sees someone attack the security guard outside, but she cannot understand what is happening. Inside the train, the same woman who sneaked aboard is tying a cloth around her leg, which appears severely infected. Suk-woo falls asleep in his seat. His daughter gets up to use the restroom. Meanwhile, a train hostess finds the infected woman collapsed on the floor and rushes to her. At the same moment, Suk-woo's phone rings, waking him up. He notices that his daughter is not in her seat. The hostess calls for help, but before anyone arrives, the infected woman suddenly stands up behind her and viciously bites her neck. This is where the truth emerges: a deadly zombie virus. Anyone bitten becomes a zombie within moments. The hostess begins thrashing violently as the virus overtakes her. Passengers in the cabin panic at the horrific sight and start running to other compartments. The newly turned zombies attack anyone they can reach. The train manager yells for everyone to escape to the front cabins. Suk-woo searches frantically for his daughter and becomes terrified as he witnesses the chaos. Suddenly his daughter calls out to him. Suk-woo grabs her and runs to another cabin with zombies chasing behind them. Elsewhere, a man named Sang-hwa waits outside a station for his pregnant wife. When he sees the spreading panic, he becomes extremely afraid. Passengers in another cabin watch breaking news on the TV, confirming that the zombie virus has overtaken the entire city. The train slows at a station. Outside, desperate civilians scream for help. The infection has spread nationwide, and people are turning rapidly. Suk-woo receives a call from his friend, who gives him a location and tells him to come alone with his daughter and not to bring anyone else along. Then we see that the train stops at a station, and the passengers begin to get off. Suk-woo takes a separate route with his daughter, surprising the others. Suk-woo's daughter tries to go with the other passengers, but Suk-woo stops her and explains that the two of them have to go to a different location and will not be going with the others. Hearing this, Suk-woo's daughter begins to cry and says, "You are extremely selfish. That's why my mother left you." As passengers exit the station, several army officers, those who had come to help the train passengers, had also turned into zombies attacked them. Zombies also rush towards Suk-woo and his daughter, but Sang-woo arrives in time to save the little girl. Some passengers manage to get back onto the train. One of them forcefully demands the manager start the train immediately. A girl protests because her friends are still outside, but he shoves her aside. The manager orders the driver to depart. Suk-woo sees the train pulling away and begins running toward it with others. Then we see that Suk-woo's daughter, Sang-woo's wife, and a few more passengers climb into one of the train's cabins where many zombies are already present. Sang-woo's wife quietly opens a restroom door, signaling a few survivors to hide inside, but a zombie notices them and attacks. She panics and calls Sang-woo for help, telling him Suk-woo's daughter is with her. Suk-woo is terrified and decides to rescue his daughter at all costs. Sang-woo and another passenger agree to go with him. They wrap belts and tape around their arms to reduce the chance of bites. The train enters a tunnel, and the three men charge into a zombie-filled cabin. They fight their way forward. Suddenly, the train enters another tunnel and the train becomes dark, and they notice that in the darkness the zombies cannot see anything at all. Using the darkness to gain advantage, a bag of baseballs falls from the upper berth, distracting the zombies with noise. Suk-woo strikes the berth again with a bat to lure zombies further away, clearing their path. In the next cabin, more zombies appear. Suk-woo requests Sang-woo's phone and throws it far ahead, then calls it using his own phone. The ringtone draws the zombies away, allowing them to cross safely. They finally reach the restroom, and Sang-woo opens the door. His pregnant wife breaks down in relief upon seeing him. After that, we see Suk-woo and Sang-woo lead the others away and climb up onto the train's berth. The survivors lie flat on the upper berths and crawl forward quietly. Suk-woo throws another bag to distract zombies again. As they climb down, one man slips just as the train exits the tunnel, flooding the cabin with light. Suk-woo quickly pushes the passenger to the other side to keep zombies from seeing them. Suk-woo tells the passenger to get up carefully and move toward the cabin, but as soon as he stands, the zombies sense their presence and start chasing them. Suk-woo grabs the passenger and runs toward the cabin where Sang-woo and the other passengers are. As soon as Suk-woo and the passenger enter the cabin, Sang-woo quickly shuts the door. They reach another cabin, but its door is locked from the other side of the cabin. Passengers in that cabin have tied the door with clothes to prevent anyone from entering. The selfish passenger breaks a girl's phone so she cannot call for help. Suk-woo returns to fight with zombies with the help of a baseball bat. One man tries to break the cabin door's glass using a baseball bat, and the glass eventually shatters. But on the other side, the selfish passenger runs to close the cabin's second door. However, the man who broke the glass sticks his arm through the doorway to keep the door from being shut. Sang-woo glances at his crying wife and makes a heartbreaking decision. He tells Suk-woo to take his wife and go while he stays behind to hold off the zombies. Suk-woo agrees with him and, holding Sang-woo's wife by the hand, pulls her along toward the other cabin. Sang-woo cannot hold the zombies back for long, and they eventually overrun the cabin. And the zombies bite Sang-woo, causing the zombie virus to start affecting him as well. Now Suk-woo and the passengers with him are trying to open the cabin door, while on the other side the other passengers are trying to keep it shut. After a long struggle, Suk-woo and his group finally manage to force the door open, and once inside, Suk-woo quickly closes the cabin door. Then Suk-woo moves toward the selfish passenger and lands a powerful punch on his face, asking him why he did such a thing. In response, that man starts provoking the other passengers, saying that Suk-woo and his group will soon turn into zombies and that they should all leave the cabin immediately. Also, the train manager tells Suk-woo and the passengers with him to leave the cabin. Then we see Suk-woo and his group move from there toward the next cabin, and the passengers tie the door securely, refusing to let them return. Then we see that the selfish passenger notices a woman walking toward the cabin where the zombies are. Before he can stop her, the woman opens the cabin door because her sister is among those zombies, and all the zombies rush into the cabin, and then zombies burst in and attack all remaining passengers. The train driver tries to contact headquarters through the radio, but all the signals are dead and there is no response from there. Suk-woo approaches his daughter and assures her that he will safely take her to her mother. Then Suk-woo calls his ex-wife, but her phone is switched off. Suddenly, the train comes to a halt, and the driver announces over the intercom that the track ahead is not clear, there is an obstruction, and they are forced to stop here. He adds that they will need to transfer to another train to continue toward Busan. Saying this, the driver gets off the train to look for another engine. Suk-woo, his daughter, and the other passengers also disembark. Meanwhile, the driver spots another train, quickly starts its engine, and heads out to help the remaining passengers. But after going only a short distance, he sees another train coming from the opposite direction, completely engulfed in flames. Meanwhile, Suk-woo notices that the stones on the railway track are shaking. He suddenly looks back and sees the burning train collide with another train standing on the track, causing a massive accident. One of the trains falls over onto Suk-woo and the passengers with him. A little distance away, 2 passengers survive the crash. They cry heavily, believing that Suk-woo, his daughter, and Sang-hwa's wife have all died. They climb into another part of the train to save themselves. Sometime later, we see that Suk-woo is unconscious, and his daughter is trying to wake him up. Suddenly, he regains consciousness and sees zombies through the train's window, many of them trying to reach them and attempting to break the glass. Meanwhile, the train driver notices that the selfish passenger is running with a group of zombies chasing behind him. The driver gets off the train to help him and runs toward him. But when he gets close, the selfish passenger pushes him toward the zombies. The zombies surround the driver and begin devouring him. The driver screams for help, but the selfish passenger runs away. Back near Suk-woo, he spots a small opening beneath the train cabin. He crawls out through it, but as soon as he gets outside, a heavy object falls behind him and blocks the opening. Suk-woo struggles to move it, hoping to free the way and rescue his daughter and Sang-hwa's wife. Meanwhile, the zombies finally manage to break the window and start climbing out of the train cabin. A passenger who is with Suk-woo's daughter and Sang-hwa's wife rushes toward the zombies, sacrificing himself to buy them some time. Suk-woo succeeds in moving the heavy object and rescues his daughter and Sang-hwa's wife. Now Suk-woo helps his daughter and Sang-hwa's wife climb onto another train, the same train that the previous driver had started. When Suk-woo reaches the engine, he finds the selfish passenger inside, the same man who had pushed the train driver toward the zombies. He too has been infected by the zombie virus. He tells Suk-woo, "I'm very scared, please help me, take me to my mother." But moments later, he suddenly attacks Suk-woo. He tries desperately to bite Suk-woo, and during the struggle, he lunges towards Suk-woo's daughter and Sang-hwa's wife. Suk-woo quickly grabs him from behind, but in the scuffle, the zombie bites Suk-woo on the arm. Seeing this, Suk-woo's daughter breaks down in tears. Suk-woo drags the zombie back, binds him with a chain, and throws him out of the moving train. He then rushes into the engine and brings his daughter and Sang-hwa's wife inside. Suk-woo turns to Sang-hwa's wife and tells her, "Take care of my daughter." He then goes to his daughter, and both of them begin crying uncontrollably. His daughter clutches his arm tightly, but Suk-woo gently frees himself, steps out of the engine, and jumps off the moving train. Watching him disappear, his daughter and Sang-hwa's wife cry even more. Eventually, the train reaches Busan. Suk-woo's daughter and Sang-hwa's wife get off and enter a tunnel. On the other side, soldiers have their weapons aimed and are already positioned. They spot the two approaching from a distance. One soldier radios the base and reports, "We see a woman and a young girl approaching. What are our orders?" The command comes back, "Shoot immediately. They may be infected." A soldier is about to pull the trigger when he hears a song. Another soldier quickly radios the base and says, "The girl is singing. It seems they are not infected." The response from the base comes, "Rescue both of them immediately." Several soldiers rush forward and safely rescue both of them. We see that Suk-woo's daughter is singing a song she had written for her father, Suk-woo. And with that, the story comes to an end. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more gripping movie explanations like this.